John with Bruner Industries, and today I'd like to discuss how to properly set up and use our 612 fixture plate. You can see here our fixture plate is 6 inch by 12 inch with nominal 1.25 inch thickness, so you get the most rigidity out of it. It features 92 5/16 18 tapped holes on a 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch bolt pattern. Each hole we have taken and counterbored to a 375/5 diameter hole so that it's a slip fit with 3/8 dowel pin, giving you 92 possibilities for not only bolting and clamping, but also to use with the 6 provided dowel pins for squaring up stock or anything like that that you might need to do while setting up your fixture plate. So as I said, today what we're going to discuss is how to properly set this up to get the most out of it. If you look and notice, we've taken and milled slots on the bottom side of our tooling plate, which allows for us to set up on a standard 6-inch mill vise and locate off of the tops and sides of the jaws and have extreme repeatability every time you take the fixture plate in and out without any issues, same as if you were using just a regular mill vise stock. Now, the very first important thing when using this is to make sure that you have good quality jaws on that are in good shape. They must be clean, and the tops must be in good condition for the locating surface, and they must not only be parallel to each other, but they must be on the same plane or at the same height. Now, once that has been established, I like to take and make sure that our mating surfaces on our fixture plate are good and clean. And we start with our X plus side facing the X plus axis. We bring our tooling plate over and set it down on top of the jaws. And it's built with clearance on the sides, so a slight push over to the side to locate it on your X positive side, and a light push down. And then I like to take a dead blow and just give it a few light taps. And that has it seated. Now, as I stated before, we provide 6 dowel pins with it for doing multiple things, such as locating stock or any parts that are square to begin with. And by doing this, now you have a part that is square automatically for most all second op or first op without having to do a lot of indicating and squaring up. Another benefit of this pinholes is for easy locating of round parts. If you have to work on and set up quickly. Now, the real advantage to the way our tooling plate is set up is the ease in which it can be taken in and out of your vise and accurately locate each and every time without having to really change anything. I'm going to put an indicator in the spindle and we'll run it over our plate and show you the reading on the indicator. And then we'll take the plate back off and then mount it in again and run the indicator again. Okay, I'm going to bring our 1-inch travel indicator down and preload it with 1 revolution so that there's good spring pressure on it. And we're going to go right to our 0. And now I'm going to move in the X and the Y axis to demonstrate how true it is and perpendicular. Now, as you can see, it's perpendicular to the spindle within less than 1,000th. All the way around. And depending on how your machine is, to get the most out of it, we recommend that you, once set up, you take a light skim cut with a quality shell mill or fly cutter if necessary to set the top perpendicular to your spindle. Now, as well as having a good flat surface perpendicular to our spindle to work with, all four sides and bottom have been machined and are square to each other and to the top, also allowing for multiple plates to be used, taken off the machine, part set on, brought back to the machine, the right work shift for that plate called up, run. Then as soon as that part's done, if you're doing multiples, you can load the next plate, call up the correct work shift for it, run it, and vice versa, almost as if having a pallet changer. So it really will increase the capability of your knee mill, CNC or manual machine. Or for that matter, any milling machine that you're using a 6-inch mill vise on. Now I'm going to take our fixture plate off, mount it back on, and demonstrate how the top goes back into place and repeats. So we push towards the X negative direction, got it against our jaws. A little downward pressure on top. A few light taps to seat it good. And we are good to go. Now I'm going to repeat the same process I did earlier. Okay, so now I'm coming back to our tooling plate. I'm going to drop down, same as before. One full revolution to get plenty of spring pressure on it. And we are right back at zero. Now I'm going to move in the Y. As you can see, no change. Same in the X. And if we can zoom in close, where the side of our fixture plate meets our vise, you can see how it locates same as a vise stop would. So your repeatability there is going to be almost absolute every time, as long as there's no chips or debris or burrs or anything like that in your way. So that is the proper way to set up and install our 612 fixture plate. I will have more videos to come showing how to set some parts up on it and get the most out of it that way. But for now, we just wanted to do a simple video just showing some of its basic features and how to properly set one into your vise and get the most out of it. So I'm with Bruner Industries, and thank you very much.